What healthy food tastes better than unhealthy food? Home-baked bread is healthier and tastier than store-bought bread, usually because of the salt and sugars added among other things, but the difference in taste and texture is unreal. You've never lived until you've had my mom's homemade bread. I am sad to learn I have never lived, and I do live for bread, so it's doubly sad. Sliced apples with peanut butter, simple and freaking delicious. Try dipping apples in this dip. Peanut butter, Greek yogurt, with a little honey. Hastily amend shopping list. How is nobody saying Brussels sprouts? They get such a bad rap, but I think they're delicious. All you need is olive oil, salt, and pepper. Put them on a skillet for 6 minutes per side. Brussels sprouts lovers unite. I roast mine with avoo, salt and pepper, then once done toss with a touch of malt vinegar. Heartburn be damned, I will eat them all. A proper homegrown cucumber. Homegrown tomatoes. When you buy them in a store, you need at least salt to make them tasty. Homegrown ones I just bite into and it's overflowing with taste. If you do it right, smoothies. Also Mediterranean food. Any how-to guides for smoothies you know of? Mine includes half a Granny Smith apple, half a mango, a whole banana, handful of baby leaf spinach, 2-3 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, milk, pure orange juice to taste, and a fiber supplement. That bit is optional, but I find a smoothie like that filling for at least an hour and a half. I highly recommend a Nutri-Ninja or Bullet Edit. Why are so many people getting butthurt about my eating habits? Yes, there is sugar in the fruit smoothie I drink. Natural fruit sugar, not refined white sugar. Second, I did consult this with a professional. Feel quite happy with my diet. Medjool dates. Better than toffees. Shout out to the Iranian man whose Airbnb I stayed at. Showed me the pleasure of a nice cup of tea and a side of dates in the afternoon. Showed me the pleasure of a nice cup of tea and a side of dates in the afternoon. I stayed in the Middle East for about 2 years, and the thing I absolutely miss the most is afternoon tea. Steaming tea, sweet dates, and a 40-year-old ceiling fan desperately failing to stave off the heat. Makes me happy and sleepy just thinking about it. If and only if prepared correctly. Tofu. I really love some tofu dishes. There's so many things to do with it, but like any food, if it's not prepared and seasoned right, it tastes like rubber. Press, freeze, thaw, press, marinade, bake is my favorite method for tofu. It makes a huge difference. Hummus. The food of the gods. So good and so damn easy too. Just get a jar of tahini which will last the lifespan of 1,000 suns just chilling in your fridge. Then whenever you want hummus, which realistically will be at least once a week, blend a tablespoon of it with a tin of chickpeas, a hefty teaspoon of cumin, smoked paprika, black pepper and salt, glug of olive oil and squirt of lemon juice for consistency, and a clove of garlic if that tickles your pickle. Food of the gods in 30 seconds and it costs pennies. I've been making my own hummus lately. Just made a spicy batch this weekend. Added red chili flakes, chili powder, cumin, paprika, salt, and 2 tablespoons of sriracha. It's absolutely delightful. I've done a sun-dried tomato variation as well. Dessert hummus is next on my list. Black coffee. Took me a few weeks to adjust, but now it's the only way I can take it. Downside is I'm into the fancy beans now that run about $20 a lb or $40 a month. Once you start down the road of being a coffee snob, there's no turning back. I started with a French press for camping festivals. Soon realized how much better it is than drip coffee. Then I started looking into quality beans. Then a burr grinder. Now I'm researching how to roast my own beans. At this rate, I will own a coffee tree farm within 6 months. I recently made the switch to simply just grinding my own beans, because my grandmother randomly gifted me a decent burr grinder. TM finding it difficult to not head down the road. I've already sworn off pre-ground coffee. I've slowly noticed myself buying better beans and thinking about shopping places other than my regular grocery for coffee. And don't get me started on K-cups. Maybe unpopular opinion. I think plain old grapes taste better than wine. I know. Wine can be healthy if enjoyed properly, but generally grapes are healthier. Edit. Wow, I guess my opinion wasn't as unpopular as I thought. I have a lot of friends and co-workers who love wine, so you're kind of the minority if you don't. Thank you for the silver. It's my first one. Does a little happy dance. Hey, got any grapes? No, like I said yesterday, we just sell lemonade, okay? Raspberries right off the vine. Fear best enjoyed when you're picking them yourself and you're not allowed to eat them. The secret ingredient is crime. Unpopular opinion. Plain cashew nuts taste better than salted cashew nuts. Roasted ones, definitely yes. Roasted and salted. Pineapples. Could put a bowl of candy and a pineapple in front of me and the candy's not being touched. INB for little Nicky. I like it, but after a while it feels like I've been eating liquid pain. That's because pineapple contains the enzyme bromelain, which literally breaks down proteins. Combine that with pineapple's high acidity and you've got a recipe for pain. Basically, when you eat pineapple, the pineapple also eats you a little bit too. Edit. Enzyme not enzyme. I fucking love broccoli. Me too. And I actually enjoy it raw as well. The same goes for cauliflower. Avocados. Feel good with a lot of different foods, healthy or unhealthy. Homemade guacamole is so good that I often make it as a mains for myself. I am not sharing. I make milkshakes with avocado. It just dominates over any other fruit, and it is having the highest protein among all other fruits. Strawberries. Strawberry season is almost here where I live. The farmers market ones are so much better than grocery store ones. OMG. I can eat them until my tongue blisters. I couldn't agree with you more about the quality of farmers market strawberries. Mangoes. Mangoes crazy for this food. I am here. Roasted chickpeas. What's really cool is you can make them sweet or savory. You can throw some ground garlic, paprika, salt and pepper on them before you cook them, or toss them in honey and cinnamon when they're fresh out of the oven. They last a couple of days too, so you can make a big batch. They go from crunchy when fresh and hot to chewy and nutty once they've cooled. Edit. Good gravy. I wasn't expecting this to blow up like it has. In answer to so many of you, I use canned chickpeas. Rinse them, drain them well and pat them dry. It's really important that they're as dry as possible, otherwise they just steam and go mushy. Preheat your oven 180 degrees Celsius and put the chickpeas on a wide baking tray. Make sure they're in one layer with a bit of space for shaking. If you want savory ones, add your seasonings now. I use rapeseed oil, garlic, smoked paprika, salt and pepper. Put them in for 20 minutes, then give them a shake to make sure they get cooked on all sides. After that, check and shake every 10 minutes until they're evenly golden and starting to split. If doing honey cinnamon, add this while the chickpeas are still warm so the honey melts over and covers evenly, then add the cinnamon and shake vigorously. Keep in an airtight container for up to 4 days. Also, the garbanzo chickpea joke is now so overdone that if one more person makes it, I will burn it to the ground. You should have a go at a vegetarian patty. It's chickpeas, white sesame seeds, little bit of paprika and cayenne pepper, as well as peas and corn. Blend it all together and use seasoned flour before putting it on a pan or grill, and it turns out great. You just have to get used to the taste of veggies. The thing you eat more, you crave more. I can go crazy for pumpkin chestnut soup BTW. Fun fact, the proteins in your saliva affect your perception of taste. It takes about 3-4 weeks to change the composition of your saliva in this regard, but if you don't like veggies now, eat them every day for 4 weeks and I promise they won't bother you anymore. I believe it, cause I've been on the health wagon for a month. Quit smoking 6 months ago, quit booze a month ago, and yesterday I decided to have a cheat meal. Grabbed a quarter pounder from McDinks. Always used to like this burger, but after the first bite I was like, what the foo? It did not taste the same. It wasn't as good as I remembered. Half of my diet is just tangerines. Edit. Not literally, you dummy dumbs. Fresh citrus is life. When I was pregnant, I had all day morning sickness. I completely lost my appetite except for an intense craving for citrus. One evening we went to a party at a friend's house and I noticed a bowl of clementines on the table. I exclaimed, "Ooh, clementines!" Sat down at the table and ate every clementine in the bowl. It was probably about a kilo of clementines. Dipping celery into buffalo chicken dip instead of crackers or chips. I prefer carrots, but celery works too. Or any other dip, or no dip. Gotta love celery. If you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel for more video updates.